Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We are back here with an update for 7 Days to Die, as we have now been given more information on version 2.0 Storms Brewing. On the screen here, I am at the 7 Days to Die forum. We're just going to go through this post here, go over what they're talking about, and our thoughts on what's probably going to be coming. First and foremost, love the image that we have here, the assassin build down here. This one right here, I'm forgetting names, I haven't played in a while. But you see what we have. I'm not even going to mess it up. It looks like we have, kind of looks like the desert, but with the weather, probably the wasteland. Look, we got the lightning strike. I can't wait to see what they do to the different biomes. Now, the first thing we're going to see here, everyone always asks when I want a date. When's it coming out? When's this happening? When that's happening? And they've never given dates because, let's be honest, when they give a date, it doesn't normally happen on that date and it is later. However, we have been given a target release date. Experimental on Steam is the 15th of April with a stable release for all platforms being early May 2025. Now, it says if everything goes to plan, which, let's be honest, we know it probably won't, so it'll probably be pushed back a little bit, hopefully not too long. I'd love for it to be on time, but we'll just have to see what happens. For confirmed features and content, biome progression and elemental survival. Threat levels and challenges increase as you progress through each biome. I think that's going to be great. Start off in the forest biome and then kind of go from there as it gets harder. Really excited. I hope they come through with everything they talked about for this update. Maximum loot is also capped per biome to encourage exploration. I'm all for it. Give me a reason to go to each biome. Give every player a reason to go. We don't want to get stone tools and loot. If we want to get steel, hey, you got to go up. You have to go to, snow, wasteland, stuff like that for it. Smoke, heat, cold, and radiation hazards. That's going to be awesome. Smoke's for burnt forest, I'm sure. Heat for desert. Cold is going to be for the winter biome. And of course, radiation is going to be for wasteland, which that should help to prevent players from trying to rush into wasteland to get some great starting equipment. So we'll have to see how that plays out with the radiation. I wonder if they'll do it kind of like what Darkness Falls does, have a pill or something, or just make a whole hazmat suit so you're not really affected by radiation. But if you go in there, you're not going to have too long before you die, so hurry up and get out. Conquer tough biomes in manageable chunks with damage, remedies, and survival against each type of hazard. Push your limits with craftable consumables that temporarily increase your biome / elemental resistance. There we go with the pills. Well, not saying it's going to be pills here, but that's what I was talking about. Complete challenges to unlock permanent immunity against biome and elemental hazards. So I wonder if they're just going to add some more challenges to, the challenge system that they brought to us a couple of updates ago. That would be pretty interesting to see what they would want us to do to get that immunity. Like for wasteland is radiation, do we have to kill 100 radiated zombies or more, something like that. Now we are going to be getting new visual effects, sound effects, and player HUD elements. Several new biome specific zombie types, such as the desert plague spitter. I'm very interested to see what they do with this and the new type of zombies that we will be getting. Now they say it's biome specific, so I'm sure you're in the forest and you're not going to get a job that has the desert plague spitter in the forest biome. However, would we be able to get those biome specific zombies during horde night? Would that plague spitter come over to the forest biome, or would it only show up during horde night if our base, or if we're actually inside the desert? And for people who do not like change, they also have it to where you could disable this with a classic gameplay option. I think that's great. So people have the option if they want to do, with the new progression, elemental survival or not. I'm all for it. They're also making changes to perks and rebalancing them. So some perks will be moved to a new general perks tab with no attribution requirements, allowing for more customized builds. I am interested to see what they're moving out of specific builds in order to go there. Would parkour, not be in the agility build anymore, and they just put it in general? Since I know a lot of people like to use that, get the parkour level 2. If so, that'd be awesome. I just can't wait to see how they rebalance it. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of critiques on how they do it, but only time will tell. Perk tree filled out completely with 10 perks per attribute. So now we know we're going to have 10. There's not gonna be some that only have like 4 or 5. And all the perks will have 5 levels. So that means in total, that's what, 50 perks per attribute? So yeah, you're gonna have to start using those skill points wisely. And new and improved perks such as a new mastery perk for each attribute. Don't know what they would have in store for that. Now it seems the Sledgehammer will be getting a buff here with Sledgehammer Saga, a new book series for the Sledgehammer weapon class. Maybe they can do something to make it really good. I know it's great if you have like a group of zombies, you know, good clearing. I've never really done an actual playthrough with Sledgehammers, so I don't have any experience with it, but I have seen others and I have seen what a Sledgehammer can do. It's just not too nice with the stamina. They are adding new higher game stage zombies, so we'll have Charge Blue, Infernal Orange zombie archetypes. They will expand on the Radiation Green zombies, but with new behaviors. So, I mean, what other zombies do we not have that are not radiated? So does that mean like we'll get like a demo zombie that's radiated now? And what kind of behaviors, I wonder? And appear at higher game stages to intensify the later game experience. So I wonder what the blue and orange zombies are really going to do. Like, would the orange one spit fire, blue one, would it be like lightning or something? Or are they just going to make them, you know, more beefier, more of a bullet sponge and just do more damage? Wonder how they're going to implement that and what all that will entail for, you know, especially players who've played the game a lot, so they have a lot of experience. Will that, you know, change how we do horde-based designs? There's also going to be an update to trees and foliage. Now they are trying to get better performance out of the game, and I know, you know, they did that before by putting in the remnant POIs because it fills out the world more for you without using too much resources, and they did that with the windows as well. So it looks like trees and foliage is now up to bat for that. Most tree shaders optimized for speed tree 8, whatever that means, with reduced draw calls for improved performance. New, better looking trees in burnt and wasteland biomes. New, more believable sub-biome foliage system. So what they're meaning is thinned out clearings, thicker forest areas. I honestly hope it's nothing like what Afterlife was, because I mean, it was cool, you know, having it be a thicker forest area, but it did get frustrating at times where I couldn't see anything. So hopefully it's not that extreme, but hopefully they do fill it out quite more. Shorter plants on the perimeter and maintains performance. Hopefully, you know, this is getting us one step closer to that, you know, that experience everyone wants to have. You know, give me a 60 FPS game. Don't let it drop off when I'm looking towards where a city's in the distance or something. So hopefully this is just getting us closer and closer to that goal. Now, they're also talking about crawl out zombies. Now, I'm gonna read it first and let you know what I first thought. Zombies can spawn in smaller 1 meter spaces and crawl out of them. Zombies are better able to navigate and crawl throughout tight areas. Improved level design tools for spawning and respawning enemies, and many larger POIs are reworked to take full advantage, maintaining the challenge while improving performance. When I first saw crawl out zombies, I thought they meant the zombies would be crawling out of the ground. That would be cool to see. It'll still be cool if they could do it, have like a fake ground or something, and, you know, squish the zombie down, have it come out. Doubt that's ever going to happen, but that's what I initially went to. But then when I read it more, so 1 meter spaces, they'll be able to crawl out of them. What is that going to do for horde bases? You know, because most horde bases, you have a, you know, a simple setup, you have a gap right, you know, in the middle, so that way you can attack zombies. Is this going to make the zombies want to crouch and try to crawl more? Because I know, you know, Mo, for instance, notorious for crawling. Very frustrating. You go to hit him, he's already ducking down trying to crawl towards you. Is this going to incentivize the zombies to do that more? You know, how would that impact the horde base overall? So I'm interested to see how that works in POIs. Not so much horde bases, but then again, that'll just make us change how we make horde bases, which will make it more interesting, I'm sure. There's going to be a Navezgane makeover. It will be updated to work seamlessly with the new biome progression and elemental survival system, and the biome boundaries and trader POI positions updated to improve travel time and flow between towns. Now, I haven't really played Navezgane. I've seen it, and I've seen it can be quite a haul to go to certain traders, so hopefully, you know, they make it to where it's a lot better. For POIs, or point of interest, they are aiming to add 50 new POIs, adding expanding depth and variety to the world, greater variety of wilderness POIs. They're adding more remnant POIs, which will help with performance. Again, that's to help fill out the world more. however at the same time not taking a hit to the performance of the game. Now what this will also do, this will give us more of an option. You could find a remnant POI. We will now have more hopefully to choose from to build a base out of, and some of them are built out of concrete from the start. So you can make a great starter base in one of these remnant POIs. And some more demanding POIs have been updated to use new crawl out spawns for improved performances. They are doing some changes to the audio, which is going to be for meaningful individual footsteps, that way you can hear zombies better around you, and sound effects for the new biome zombies. Clothing cosmetic options, Twitch drops, and DLC. Oh, so here we go, we're mentioning DLC. So they will define your look with a cosmetic outfit, separate from what armor you wear for protection. Now, they've talked about this before, just, only controls how you look in the game. You can still have on a full raider outfit, look like you belong in medieval times, but change the cosmetics so you don't look like a knight going down the street on a bicycle. New cosmetic DLC options and new Twitch drop contents to unlock. The Twitch drop, I think that would be very interesting to see, kind of what you get for cosmetics. The DLC, as long as it's strictly cosmetic, there's no benefit to it, I'm all for it. If it doesn't help people out, improve the gameplay for them versus, the regular players who've already bought the game, we'll just have to wait and see how that works out. But I am being hopeful that it's just strictly cosmetic. They did make some improvements to random world gen, where more wilderness POIs spawn, improved positionings of wilderness POIs, and improved wilderness road placement. So a lot of improvements they're working on for the wilderness. We will get a new quest marker system. They will have new quest marker art with custom flags per quest type. This is cool. So you're telling me if it's like a clear zombie, I'll probably have like the icon of like a zombie head. If it is fetch, probably have the little icon of the satchel. And they did say they were bringing some new quest types, so that's what this will probably be for. For multiplayer, they're now going to add the option to choose to spawn near a friend so you can team up right away. For anyone who's played multiplayer for any amount of time, you probably have run into the issue where you spawn in and your friend is 1 to 3 kilometers away from you and it takes forever to get to them. So that is a great add. Happy for that. And a button added to return to main menu before joining a game. I guess maybe you've joined it by accident, or maybe there's a setting you forgot to fix. Now, I have not gone down on the screen yet for one specific reason. I have seen many questions about this. Many people have asked, and they're finally doing it. Crossplay on dedicated servers. Consoles will officially be able to play on dedicated servers contingent on passing certification on each platform, so fingers crossed. So they have to get their cert passed on each platform, so that's going to be Xbox, and for PlayStation, as long as that passes, you should be able to play on a dedicated server, meaning if you have a friend who has a PC set up, they can set up a dedicated server where they won't have to be on, just the server running. You can go ahead and join and play even if they're not there. Or there are plenty of services out there to where you can go rent a server for a certain dollar amount every month, and that will run your server for you. You will now be able to do this once that passes. So for everyone who's asked, version 2.0 is when that should happen. So I would say probably sometime in May, hopefully you should get that as long as they pass their cert. Now they did just give a little bit more information to the roadmap. So version 2.0, Storms Brewing, that's where we're at right now, and that's everything we just talked about. The next one, version 3.0, is going to be a new threat, so that's bandits, UI main menu overhaul, event system, and new quest type. Surprise, surprise, there's no date on that, which I understand why, because they're still trying to finish version 2. So, and I think, was it Q3? I want to say. Let me see if I can find it real quick. So here's where we're currently at. Now, I'm not sure if this is the latest one they have out, but just one I quickly found. So we will see why they don't normally give dates. Version 2.0, Storms Brewing. That's currently what we're on now, hoping for experimental April, full release in May. They estimated that to happen Q4 of 2024. And we are well past that. And by Q2 of 2025, they're estimated for a new threat to come out, which this, kind of swap it over Q2 2025 for Storms Brewing. So these, we have no idea. Maybe we might get a new threat towards, Q4 of this year, but again, we have no idea. Then the road ahead, that's also going to be coming out. That's version 4.0. We're going to have a trader overhaul, story mode, Steam Workshop support, as well as a new quest type. So this is all what we have to look forward to with roadmap. And one last thing I want to show you. We have a image of the Plague Spitter. This is the current image of the Plague Spitter they have shown. I really love this right here because you can see how the skin, it looks very dry because of course, you know, they've been out in the desert the entire time. Clothes have been tore up, still has, you know, protection overhead a little bit. This one looks like a feral just because of the glowing eyes, or maybe this would just be normal for it. Who knows, but I think this can be something great. Now, obviously with the name, what are you going to be spitting at us? You know, do you have a move that will automatically give us an affection, or will it give us some type of debuff? They didn't really give too much information, but as far as the images I can see here, I think it's going to be great. But that is all the information I have for right now. I was trying to make this as quick as I can. Hopefully this video isn't too long. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts in the comments below. Are you excited for version 2.0? Looks like, you know, hopefully we'll get it within the next month and a half or so, and then full release for everybody. If you did enjoy the video, feel free to leave a like as well as subscribe, as we will have more 7 days content coming your way. Now, I have been doing a series called Reborn for Rebirth. I think that's going to be changing up because I haven't been doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday videos due to being sick. I might swap that over to just stream the episodes instead of recording, editing, uploading them. Haven't fully decided, but I am leaning more towards streaming it. So if you do want to join that, definitely, you know, join the channel, be prepared, look for those lives, because we do have 7 Days to Die over live, as well as some other survival games. But yeah, hope you did enjoy. Hope y'all have a great Friday. Hopefully your weekend will be great coming up, and I'll catch you in the next one.